Okay, here we go.
Good game, and good luck.
Yeah, good luck, everybody.
I just really don't want to start a match when somebody's not absolutely ready. That feels awful.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so we're in game. Both players are scanning in the same direction. They found some aluminum, they found some carbon, they found some iron. King Morgan split off to the north. He spotted a lot more iron. Indecision has gone south. He's found some carbon and some more aluminum and just a little bit of water. King Morgan hasn't actually found any water yet. There doesn't seem to be a lot on the map just yet. Also worth noting is that there's dry ice present, so we're not going to have a lot of ice. So water might end up being very important in this match. Nobody's comfortable founding just yet. Everybody's still hunting around for that really good spot. Indecision, we can see... Oh, Indecision did go ahead and go with the found. He's founded scientific, which I think I understand. I think that makes sense.
Aluminum carbon tiles in the west?
He founded in the middle of some iron carbon tiles, and then he claimed a high aluminum, and he's gotten a couple steel mills down on some low iron. That makes some degree of sense this game, I think, with how sparse water is in particular.
Yep.
He'll have a much easier time making those water resources work for him.
Yep. That's true.
King Morgan finally settled on the iron that he uncovered very early in the game. He might have... He's a bit of a distance away from some important things. Also worth noting that silicon is a bit sparse on the map. I'm only seeing 6 low silicon tiles.
Huh. Interesting. So he's not going to do... He's probably not going to be able... Are they clustered in triangles anywhere?
4 of them are kind of all together, and then there are 2 just split off randomly. So those might be important to take over.
That'll be important for your decision if you can get a glass blower on one of those.
Yeah, I'm going to try going to my settings. I'm going to turn down game sound just a hair more, just to make sure people can hear me okay. Hopefully everything will work out all right.
Yeah, I don't see any water clusters, though. Those are really important for scientific.
Yeah, well, there's one set of 3 water tiles that aren't all clustered together, but those are going to be really important for Indecision to get.
You better get that middle one.
Oh, yeah, he absolutely has to. He does have a benefit that King Morgan's probably going to be looking more to the high water tile.
Yeah.
There is a high water tile that he'll probably want.
It would be weird for Morgan to grab that one, but if he was thinking smart, maybe it would be a good move, actually.
Yeah. I would probably, if you're really thinking about it, yeah, cut him off from those low water tiles that he'll want for the adjacency.
It almost forces him to go for slant drilling.
Yeah, which is a hard thing to pull off in 1v1 in a lot of ways.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, King Morgan not off to the tearing start that he has been in the past. He just went for a little bit of steel production based off of 1 medium iron mine. He actually took the medium iron instead of taking the high iron, which is interesting. Purely, I think, because it connects to his HQ, and he didn't want to have to send resources, so I kind of understand it. He did get to the expansion, but he's behind Indecision in expansions right now. Indecision has the same amount of steel production. He has far more aluminum production, and he did both players correctly identifying the extremely important water tiles. And King Morgan won the race. Yes, King Morgan did also take the silicon. But those highly important water tiles.
Yep.
I'm going to check.
I mean, as long as King gets, there's 1 or 2? Oh, you see it. You saw it before I did. King Morgan grabbed those water.
Yep.
Oh, great move.
You have to watch my stream. I could see it all immediately.
Yeah. That's an amazing move by King Morgan. As an expansive, normally you would ignore those tiles. He must be thinking about
Indecision.
He's going for the high water now, which he's going to get nothing out of his bonus.
Yeah, he doesn't get his bonus, but I still think it's the right call to go ahead and take the high water. Sacrifice the fact that you don't get that bonus. Yeah, and just do what you can with it. Slant drilling still potentially very important. I'm trying to think of what else Indecision can do from here to bring himself to a good spot, because King Morgan, he definitely got some important tiles.
It is possible to get, you're scientific, it is possible to get that patent early. You're going to have to do it right away.
Yeah, he'll have to go for it pretty fast.
What's he building next to his colony? Is that a...
That is probably a patent lab. Yeah, it is a patent lab. It just went up for me. I expect that to be a patent lab. I expect him to be going for slant drilling as fast as he possibly can. I'm not sure what he actually clicked on. Okay, he clicked on superconductor. He's going for superconductor.
Superconductor? Does he have a geo? Wow, weird.
I don't know. I don't know what he's planning. Maybe he's just feeling bad about the game, and he wants to make a power play that nobody's expecting right now.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, slant drilling is the obvious one, but there's a reason why it's the obvious one.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, if I was King Morgan, I would like mutiny the patent lab right now if possible.
Mm-hmm. Shutting down that patent lab can be very, very useful if you can pull it off. But yeah, indecision, just going for a straight power play on superconductor. He's timing it much better this time.
Okay.
His panels just came down. Nighttime is just starting because this auction just came up.
I mean, I guess
Pirates.
the one thing you can say is I mean, King Morgan is not going to build a cat lab, right? So slant drilling is still going to be available. So the question is, what does he need right now? And he doesn't necessarily have the claims to take a huge advantage of slant drilling anyway. So
another interesting detail: if indecision is trying to make money on power, he really doesn't actually want these pirates. He just wants to drive the price up as much as he can, because he can't afford to pay through all that debt and then start making money on power as well. Well, he got the superconductor. He's got the panels going up. They're a little early, but that's okay.
how much is Morgan producing? Does
Morgan
have no power?
Morgan has a Geo going up right now. He's probably spotted what's going on. He doesn't have a goon yet. Indecision has the only goon, and it's on his patent lab.
Patent lab, good move. Okay. Well, this is going to be the case study for can you make patent lab work? Because if indecision can win, it's going to be by doing the right thing with patent lab.
Well, I think a lot of it comes down to if King Morgan spotted this in time and if he is using his black market appropriately to counter it. He doesn't have any black market effects right now. I think he went for an extra claim in order to grab the geotherm, which I understand. He's very concerned about power, but I don't think it was the right move. I think he could have just moved out of steel, moved into some solar panels himself.
You can see Goon Squad's at 6,000, so there's only one used, so indecision should find that.
Indecision can very, very easily identify that is an open geo, and he can just take it over.
Exactly. Which is exactly what he wants. And I mean, he's going to be, well, it's nighttime right now. Can you just do it? Oh, he should do it right now. Well,
he's not doing it, though. He's not doing it.
Does he have the cash for it?
He could have, but instead he went for another building. I think he may have gone for a hacker, right?
Yeah, he does have the cash for. Oh, hacker! Oh my gosh!
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. This is just a guess. It may have been a hacker, right?
Yeah, it is. I saw it.
Okay, right, you saw it coming out. Okay, I didn't notice it popping out. I don't know about that. I really don't think that's a good decision.
It's making 1,000 a second.
Who's winning 1,000 a second?
Well, he built a patent lab, got superconductor, got 3 solars up, and he's
Look at that.
he's been a hacker. Right? Presumably he's going to short power. I just don't know if it's going to be enough. Power's already 50 and dropping fast.
That's what I'm saying. Like he completely. Oh wow, a natural power short. Did that seriously just happen right now?
I guess so. Yeah. Wow.
That's ridiculous.
Well, I see electronic shortage.
Well, yeah, that's going on right now. You guys will get the power short in just a moment here.
Really?
Which is huge for indecision, obviously.
Yeah, sure.
Because he's making 12 power a second. King Morgan, on the other hand, is making 0.2 power a second. So he's making $11 right now.
Why is he not taking away his geotherm, though?
I think he may just have expected it to be defended. A goon has been purchased at this point, and it is defended.
It's 9,000 now.
So it is... That geo is most certainly defended.
Wow. Indecision might be able to pull this off. King Morgan's price is so low. Hey, is this
Well, that's how you make the power play happen.
Yeah, we definitely have one of our kids is going nuts every time he loses, so we have to go back and forth.
Gotcha.
Oh my God! Look at the indecision.
I don't know. I really don't know how this game's going to turn out. King Morgan, I mean, if you look at stock prices, it looks like Indecision has a gigantic lead, right? But most of that is going to be debt, I think. And King Morgan's not actually that far behind.
He's six. Oh, he paid his debt. He paid his debt. He has 8,000 in debt. Crazy.
Well, Indecision has 14,000 in debt right now.
Yeah.
King Morgan has 73,000.
Yeah.
And 73,000, that is a lot of debt. He needs to be concerned about that. But I don't know if he'll be able to fight through it before Indecision goes for the kill. Indecision also has moved into the life support resources, so that's going to be very, very nice for him. He'll be making plenty of money off of those. As soon as he remembers to auto-supply, which I think he did just now. Nope, still not auto-supplied. No, they are. He's just out of money. Never mind. All right, that was another energy short. He's just committed to this energy play. And King Morgan isn't doing a thing about it. He's just letting it happen. Which is a bit unfortunate for him. Indecision might make it work. I also find it very interesting that this patent lab is still a patent lab. It hasn't been converted into anything else. It could be a pleasure dome, maybe for a little money. It could have turned into the hacker array and left more space open to continue steel production. Just another thought.
Yeah, that tile. Oh,
And Indecision is definitely making his run. He might make it happen off just the power play.
Yes.
Because King Morgan didn't respond appropriately at all. I'm going to hop back to chat. I haven't looked at chat in a little while.
Well,
Not a whole
stock
lot going
price
on over
is
there.
going up again.
Well, King Morgan, he's paid off a little bit of his debt, and he's purchased, obviously all of his stock is taken up, so his stock price is going to be very, very high. But Indecision is only looking at needing 78,000 to actually finish out the game. He just has to scrap that together somehow. Obviously, power is pretty much done. He's probably not going to make any more money off power for a while this game, if ever. So you need to think about getting out of those solar panels.
78. He knows that he has one tile. What are you using it for? Water? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas Indecision, he's got some water coming in, but he's not making very much life support. Neither of them have committed too hard to the life support just yet. And I feel like the first one who makes that transition, Indecision could probably use it to close out the game, and King Morgan could at least use it to stay alive. So that's really what we're looking at this point.
Pirates, but I don't know what he could probably...
Yeah, King Morgan sitting on those pirates. I don't know what he's going to do with them at all. He could try and pirate water. That could be a very, very lucrative thing. Water's very expensive. It's going to stay expensive.
I mean, carbon is a little expensive, but I don't see how...
And it also cuts into Indecision pretty hard because he is just not auto-supplying.
He could cut off his water. He has to cut off his water because everything else is needing water.
And he noticed it. He went ahead and he went after the water. That's good. It's definitely a strong play for King Morgan, I think, and it's what he kind of thing he needs to do to stay in the game. Another thing worth noting is that King Morgan is on level 5 expansive, so he has a very large number of claims available. He actually has 9 claims he's just sitting on right now. So he can expand into more things. He just needs to make it happen.
Why do I feel he's panicking? It's just crazy. Come on, do something.
Yeah, King Morgan is just panicking a little bit.
King Morgan's still alive?
Yeah, King Morgan's still alive. He EMP'd...
Oh, he came back a little bit.
He EMP'd power. He EMP'd solar panels during a dust storm. I don't know how... I don't think that was a good idea. I think that was a bit of a misuse of the black market. Maybe something like a goon squad, maybe just holding the EMP for after the dust storm would have been a much better decision. At least I think it was during the dust storm.
What's Indecision shorting now?
Indecision is shorting food right now, which could work okay, mostly because King Morgan doesn't actually know about it. Obviously, King Morgan has some food production down too, and actually a little bit more.
Yeah.
Very, very, very soon.
So he's swapping over his... Do they both have 2 farms up? I don't know. I don't like going for things if I'm not sure. I don't like shorting things if I'm not sure I'm the one who's going to benefit from it.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know for sure about that short. I think he's still going to benefit more because he committed a large amount of funds into that food.
Right.
Man, what are all these random event shortages? I know the food was the hacker array because I checked. So it's the weakest.
With the EMP?
Yeah, he hit again with an EMP. I think that one was much better because power's climbing. The dust storm isn't going on. The food shortage was coming even though he didn't know about it.
Food shortage.
Yeah.
He's only got 50 of it now.
Carbon is 51.
Oh man, that food price is going to make the game here, I think.
Silicon is 57.
Let's see. This is a bit of an interesting decision for the claim auction that just popped up.
Oh man, he can he get a third farm up? Well, obviously either. I guess it may not be a triangle. I can't tell by the way the canyon is.
Yeah, it's not a triangle right there. He's got 3 farms established, but they're not getting the best adjacency bonuses.
I see 4 farms in King Morgan now.
Yeah, 4 farms, sorry. I'm not even counting the one that's losing him money. That farm is actually just burning money right now so hard.
Yeah, the water prices. Was that water price?
It's burning.
Do that?
No, the water was, I think,
Natural.
Natural. And I think there was a natural power as well. Indecision, I know, did the food. I was watching out for that.
Whoa, King Morgan's doing a patent
Patent
lab?
lab. I
Yep.
don't know why he
There must
Don't know
be
what that's
something
about.
specific he wants.
Maybe teleportation? Is he far? Is he building stuff that are far from
I
his body?
mean, I'm trying to think of anything that would affect the water, farm, food stuff, but I can't think of anything.
Yeah, I think the thing you go for this game is an engineering bay.
Yeah,
Yeah, to
definitely
upgrade
upgrade your
Or
water.
or he could be after slant drilling. I don't think that's been taken yet this game.
What are the
Oh,
Offworld prices?
really? Indecision never got slant
Indecision never got slant drilling.
drilling? That's bizarre.
King Morgan is starting to seriously die to his debt. It's becoming a major problem. He needs to buy Indecision right now and force Indecision to defend himself so he can stay in this game.
Oh wow, what's he doing sitting on all that cash?
Oh, King Morgan messed up, I think. I don't like this play. King Morgan, instead of buying Indecision stock, King Morgan committed to paying off a lot of his debt because he got scared that Indecision was close to buying him. So King Morgan just sacrificed like $100,000 right there.
That's a shame. He could have bought like 66 of Indecision shares probably.
Yeah, he could have gotten a
What did he
really
decide
big
to
chunk.
say? What
Which
did
would
he
have
say?
He could have evened out the game pretty well.
He paid off his debt.
He's still going for it. King Morgan's still making it happen. Indecision's scared. Yep, Indecision blew all of his money defending himself at this point against King Morgan when he started going after those stock prices.
Right, and he could have done that earlier.
Maybe if he had done it earlier, it would have worked out a bit better. So, Indecision, clear stock advantage right now, right?
Yeah.
But he's still way behind when it comes to production.
Did they turn stock delay off in this game?
No, stock delay's been on. You can buy all of your own stock even with stock delay
Oh,
on.
that's right.
It was just his own stock.
That's how it happened so fast, right?
Yep.
Huh.
Sheesh.
Yeah, it's
So-
hard to say how you're going to get out from all of that stock Indecision owns.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of stock.
That's the trick. But I don't know. King Morgan has the definite production advantage. That's what can be said for him. He has so many more tiles. Indecision still never hit level 5. He really has to make this...
Food. He
pat-
has the water, right? I mean, he's the one who has the water,
Mm,
right?
well, it's pretty close. Indecision
Indecision's
has...
moving water.
Yeah, Indecision has like 3 water coming in right now, is what it's telling me.
He should be turning off his farm, frankly.
Yeah, I think King Morgan even nuked one of Indecision's high water tiles at some point.
Nice move. No. This is crazy. The nukes is still 4,000. A nuke has not been used.
Okay,
Even this
well,
game
then you
was-
guys will
was-
get it in
Yeah,
like
yeah,
literally
black
just a
market.
moment here because it's 6,000 for me.
Come on.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, at least he made the move now. I can't. Yeah, he's. I can see him like. Oh, I guess that's you. You're looking at it.
Yeah.
And I'm imagining you're watching.
But King Morgan has the water. Like, he is abusing his claim advantage right now just on water because water's gone so insane.
Yeah.
And I think his farms, some of them are probably, well, some of his farms are burning money, some aren't. Like, his individual farm
Right.
is awful and should not exist and should not have ever existed. But it's all these water tiles that are going to be bringing him in enough money to maybe do it.
Gotta be using these nukes. It's still 4,000 on my screen.
I feel like that panicking.
Offworld market?
I don't know
Really?
why.
Because it's 6,000 on my screen. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but
Are
that's
you,
weird.
Are you talking?
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
and
sorry.
the
I'm looking at the dynamite. I'm looking at the dynamite.
All right, that would do it. Are we really making an off-world transition?
Man.
He is.
So what does he need
A
to get
natural water shortage. That's huge. Indecision is
Oh
stuck
my
on his
gosh.
solo play. He's Indecision picked to play this game, and he has not ever moved away from it. He's just shorting energy.
I can't believe he still has that patent lab.
Yeah, that he hasn't done anything with. That's been a wasted tile all game. This electrolysis is doing nothing. These
And
farms
his
are doing
nukes
nothing.
You could throw a. I mean, right now you could throw a pleasure dome down there. I mean, just something.
Yeah, at least he got to level 5, and he's trying to make something happen with that in carbon right now. He's trying to use the fact that he planted in this big carbon field to his advantage. But
Weird game.
it is a bit of a weird game. Well, Indecision made a play very, very early on power.
Yeah.
And then he committed to it too hard, I think.
Right.
He tried to force it to work instead of just kind of taking the natural effect and transitioning. And he's never transitioned appropriately out of his one play. And now he's making the classic, I am going to lose the game move of selling his own stock.
Oh, really?
On the other hand, he is very, very close to being able to buy King Morgan.
Yeah. He must be.
Because it doesn't take a lot of money. I don't know what King Morgan managed to do with his money. I think this off-world transition was the worst decision possible. The absolute worst decision possible out of King Morgan.
Well, Indecision needs what to buy him? He needs 80.
Indecision, got
like
it.
100. Yeah, like he needs like 190,000. He's almost there.
Yep,
Yeah,
Indecision got it done.
two Offworld markets.
Two Offworld markets was a horrible choice. Horrible choice.
Like, one is still an issue, but two is crazy.
Two is insane. No way it could have worked.
Wow, that game could have easily gone to either of them if they had made a few different choices.
Yep.
Just a
There
few
was,
simple
once again, there were a lot of things that game where I question it, but Indecision came out on top at the end of the day. You have to hand that to him.
Well, I remember he went for the patent lab, and at that point, he looked like he was going to lose this game.
Well, I don't know. He made a really great move with Superconductor.
Yeah.
For sure. And he sold a lot of power with that, with his constant power plays. But he also purchased a lot of power during the night and things of that nature. So
Yeah, we should look at the resource chart. Here we go. How much
yeah, I've pulled it up.
How much did he make off of? Whoa.
He made 300,000 on power,
Okay.
right? But some of that, a lot of that, you can attribute to King Morgan not responding to the Hacker Array triple solar panel patent lab appropriately, right?
Right.
Like at that point, it should be pretty obvious what your opponent's doing.
Yep.
They're going for power.
Yep.
I'm gonna reset
Sure.
my chat. But
Yeah, well, I mean, Morgan grabbed those water, which put Indecision in a really tough spot, and then he was able to work his way out of it. So.
But I think the big issue for Morgan was just not managing his production appropriately. Indecision at some point noticed, hey, water's insane. Hey, I think he may have managed to secure a significant amount of water at some point. Indecision. I'd have to go back and look at the map. Hold on. But he noticed how insane water was, right? So he shut off his buildings.
Yep. Yep.
And
Yeah,
King Morgan didn't.
Yeah, that makes a difference for sure.
Like, we can see that Indecision's reactors were off, his farms were off, and King Morgan's were still just lapping up all that super expensive water and just burning it effectively.